Check your phones. You guys all set? Everyone all set?
We're all set, sir.
We'll start in just a few more seconds. Call the meeting to order for the Village of Round Lake Beach, our board meeting for Monday, September 14th, 2015. Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Here.
Trustee Valdez.
Here.
Trustee Wallace.
Here.
Trustee Butler.
Here.
Trustee Mount.
Here.
Trustee Bennis.
Here.
Mayor Hill.
Here. Let the record show a quorum is present. Would you all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We could have a quick moment of silence for Lieutenant G.I. Joe Glenowitz, and also apparently today McHenry County Deputy Dwight Manis, who was in a shootout in Holiday Hills a year ago. He also passed away today. So if we could please have a moment of silence for them. Thank you. Any additions or deletions from the agenda? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Motion by
Second.
Trustee Valdez, second by Trustee Bennis. Any additions, deletions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The agenda is approved as written. We have our council meeting minutes from August 24, 2015. Any corrections or clarifications? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Trustee Wallace, second by Trustee Mount. Once again, any corrections, clarifications? Again, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, those are approved. You have expenditures this month of $898,218.55. Some of the larger items in there are our health care for the village staff, about $116,000. CLC Joint Action Water Agency, which provides our Lake Michigan water. We have both the July and August bills. July is about $147,000 and August about $150,000. We also have our police pension fund. There's two different tax distributions on 9/3 and 9/10. That's about $293,000, $294,000 total just for the late distributions here. There's a lot of other bills that the village staff have all looked at, the trustees have looked at. Any of the trustees have any questions, any of the bills that are in the packet tonight? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Trustee Butler, second by Trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. We have no ratifications this evening, so we'll move on to committee reports. Trustee Mount?
I'm going to give the floor to Trustee Bennis for
okay.
first. Okay?
Whoa.
Go ahead.
And I just wanted to let everyone know that the Shop with a Cop program is approaching, and we're beginning to accept donations. The goal is to have $5,000, and that will allow 50 kids to go Christmas shopping this year with a police officer. And if you're able to donate, go ahead and make your check out to the Village of Round Lake Beach. All donations are tax deductible, and they go directly to the children. Thank you. Trustee Mount?
Well, thank you,
Trustee
Trustee
Bennis.
Bennis.
That's actually a very good program, and we appreciate you bringing it up so early. It does take a while to get all the donations in and get people to really understand it's not that far away. Right. Thank you.
Quick.
Okay, Trustee Mount?
There you go. Thank you, Mayor. For SWACO tonight, I do have a couple handouts in front of you, especially for our new trustees who may not have seen these before. This is the second quarter 2015 reports, and it shows all the municipalities in Lake County and how much of the recycling this is in tonnage. You'll see the first page is the recycling, and the second page is the waste disposal. I've always tried to compare ourselves with Grays Lake because they're a close neighbor. Grays Lake doesn't like me comparing because they claim to be half the size, but in most cases on the recycling, they recycle more than we do. But if you notice on this one that we are recycling more than they did. Mike Ellis said there's a reason, and the reason is on the very last page of the second handout, there's no money. The recycling usually all goes over to Malaysia and China and all that. Just, there is nothing. You'll see the blended index value at the bottom, was, $56, $61 a ton. And that third page, the one on top, shows the breakdown of how much we'll get, and you'll see that breakdown. And there's just no money. We're hoping that there's be some, at least $4.50 a ton, for the third quarter. So, I wanted to give these handouts to you. It's really interesting. You can take a look. Back on the first handout, you'll see the little asterisks by all the municipalities. That denotes all the communities that have the yellow top 65-gallon containers. Not all communities have them. Typically, as they renew their contracts, they get those. And when they do, we've been able to prove that the municipalities do recycle more. So if there's any questions at all, give me a holler. I'll sure like to answer them for you. And anybody from the public, if you'd like any of these handouts, we can sure give them for you. Thank you, Mayor. For all your solid waste needs, go to swalco.org, and remember, recycle first, trash last.
Trustee Mount, may I ask you a
Yes.
question? Just so all the residents know, we are not to put TVs out by the road, correct?
Well, thank you for asking. That's correct. The closest recycling center for electronics is in Grays Lake. It is against the law to put them any other place. We only have 5 now. We've 5 locations in Lake County. Grays Lake is one. Grant Township, Antioch are others. Right now, SWACO's been paying $260,000 to do the recycling for the year. We are happy to announce, and it was just approved at the last SWACO board meeting, we have a company from Plainfield who is coming in for 2016 and 2017 who will pick up recycling throughout Lake County, and we're hoping to add more sites and special events 2 or 3 times a year at no cost. The villages won't get any money, but at least it won't cost SWACO or anyone in the county. Because remember, it's not SWACO to pay for recycling of electronics. It's a state mandate from January 1st, 2012. But we were able to get this company out of Plainfield. We have to guarantee that we're going to get over 4 million pounds, and we'll easily do that. We've done it even this year when we've only got the 6 locations. Someone asked the other day, why only 6? We had a 6th location in Lake Zurich. The sun beating down on some of the TVs that residents had thrown out actually caught the TVs on fire. They had a fire, it caught a building on fire and a couple vehicles, and Lake Zurich said, we're out of the program. So, there are some hazards to it when they lay those out. That's why the key is to get them, sort them, and put them in their trucks.
So our Round Lake Beach residents can drop their TVs off over at Grace
Grace
Lake.
Lake.
Please don't put them out by the road.
Right, it's on Berry Street, it's on the north side of Grays Lake. Signs all say Grays Lake Recycling Center. Pat's Pizza is now a dental office, but it's basically behind it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, trustee.
Thank you. Any other reports from trustees tonight? Okay, move on to mayor's report. One item of interest tonight, we have a police commission reappointment. I'd like to reappoint Anne Marie Pride as a police commissioner. She's been serving for several years now and doing an outstanding job, and I'd like to keep her going with that. Is there a motion to approve of the appointment?
Second?
Motion by trustee Wallace, second by trustee Butler. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Do you have the, come up and swear your life away here? Is that the offering?
Doesn't look so good.
Yeah. M&M's, woo-hoo.
I had to bring him candy.
I was gonna say, we like candy down here.
We'll share it.
Okay, if you will raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Anne Marie Pride,
I, Anne Marie Pride,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the Office of Board of Police Commissioners
of the Office of Board of Police Commissioners
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you.
Oh, my name is spelled right. That's the first
We're
time.
careful about that. One more.
On my copy. Thank you.
And thank you for serving another term. Thank you. Well, enjoy these during executive session.
She signs it.
Thank you.
Okay, on to items of business. We have item A, is a resolution authorizing the purchase of certain property located within the village of Round Lake Beach, amount not to exceed $78,500. The address is 710 Lagoon Terrace. We're gonna be purchasing this property and tearing it down. It's a blight in the neighborhood, and it'd be nice to remove that blight from the neighborhood, and eventually, probably another home will be built there, but not right away. Any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved?
Motion by trustee Mount, second by trustee Valdez. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item B is a resolution to accept a deed in lieu of foreclosure for certain property commonly known as 104 Beachview, Round Lake Beach, Illinois. We're going to be accepting this property in exchange for liens against it, also tearing this house down. It's really a blight for the neighborhood, clean up another issue in that neighborhood. Is there a motion or any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Butler, second by trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item C is a resolution approving change order number 1 relative to the village's original agreement with Joe Meyer Tree Service and amount not to exceed $1,125. Apparently, we have a village tree that's damaged. I think it may have been hit by lightning. It could fall into a house, so we have to have it trimmed back before we have a catastrophe out there, and it costs us $20,000, $30,000 to have it repaired. Anything to add to that, Mr. Clebane?
No, just that the work had already been done. The board was phone polled to make sure that they were okay, and we're backfilling it with a change order this evening.
Any questions by the board? Not a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I heard down here.
I
Yes,
heard down here.
Lynette, we'll give trustee
Out
Bennis
loud does.
motion, we'll give trustee Wallace a second. Have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item D is an ordinance granting a special use permit for signage at 418 East Rollins Road, Round Lake Beach, Illinois. This is the former Applebee's. It's not going to have 2 tenants, and we'll need more signage because it's going to be 2 tenants instead of just 1. This was unanimously recommended by the Plan Commission for the change. Any trustees' questions? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Wallace, second by trustee Husk. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. And item E is a resolution approving change order number 1 relative to the village's agreement with Peter Baker and Son Company in amount not to exceed $15,270. Right now, we're in the process of resurfacing Orchard, at least a part of Orchard that was pretty beat up. There's actually 2 small cul-de-sacs along Orchard that are pretty beat up also. We'd like to add to this and get them, as long as we have everything mobilized out there, it'd be a lot cheaper right now to have that done and try to come back next year and have that done. So, any questions by the board? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion by trustee Bennis, second by trustee Valdez. Is that Butler? Okay, look at the Butler. What colors do you have on there?
Yeah,
Winning colors.
I really have to put up with this, Mayor? I mean, I got them in both,
How those Packer fans are.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
It's also approved 6-0. We do have executive session on the agenda for tonight, but before that, it is open to public participation. Anyone has a question or comment for the board, please step to the microphone here, give your name and address for the record, either state your comment or ask your question.
My name is Al Casimir, and I'm at 1509 Greenway Terrace in Lake Beach. And the reason I'm here for, I kind of look after this Magdalena Ruczynski. She's at 1524 Pine Grove Avenue in Round Lake Beach. And her neighbor has trees, she's growing right next to her fence, there's at least 10 trees there. They're hanging over her roof, they're sitting on her. Last year, we went to the Margaret Barra, and they got somebody from the church to come down there and trim those.
not
trees.
on?
This guy went crazy, and, you know, they told him to put them in, he was trimming with a pole. They told him to put them in front, and they threw them in the yard and that, and they, somebody came down and picked them up. So, having the same problem now. I'm sorry.
Not turned on?
It's on the mic.
It's on the mic, Scott.
Okay. And, you know, I talked to her, you know, about 4 weeks ago, and then she says more or less they can't do nothing about it. They had a problem with this guy before, I guess. I don't know. I don't know his name, but he's at on the south side of her. And somebody there in that cubicle there said that go to the village board meeting. That's why I'm here, to see if anything. I got a few pictures, you know, of,
Okay. Yeah, once we know when they're meeting here, we can get together, before we go to executive session, we'll meet with some of our department heads here and see if we can get something worked out with you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in, that's important to help your neighbors like that. Appreciate you doing that also, thank you. Any other public comment tonight?
Bite. She wants
Come on, Steve.
Come on
We
up.
won't bite.
Come on.
Walk up with her, Steve. No, you don't have any.
Well, we appreciate you all being here tonight. That's always good to have some people in our audience. Tonight, we do have executive session for probable pending litigation, land acquisition, executive session minutes, and personnel. Is there a motion to go into executive session?
So move.
Second?
By trustee Valdez, second by trustee Mount. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. We'll be in executive session. After we come back out, we have on our agenda action on executive session items, which we may or may not take any action. You're welcome to stay, but it's not required. Thank you. Call the meeting back to order for the Village of Round Lake Beach for Monday, September 14, 2015. We're out of executive session. We have no action on those items in the executive session. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
By trustee Butler, second by trustee Benez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.